I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring up the real deal Holyfield. Coming up to the stage is the man that put all of this together for you tonight. Put your hands together for the one and only Big Mike.
What's up, big boy? How you guys do tonight? First off, I want to thank y'all for coming through, and secondly, I want to say, fuck that bitch, Miss Palin. I'm sorry. I'm going there. I'm gonna channel the ghetto Barack. He went to school in Occidental College. I had no idea until I watched some shit on CNN. I said, damn, he went to junior college. To Harvard Law. That's some... Only a black man would do some shit like that. Start junior college and work your way all the way up to Harvard Law. I'd have said fuck it and went to Trade Tech and said, fuck it, I'm gonna be a mechanic. I'm gonna be the smartest fucking mechanic you ever met and not live up to my potential like brothers usually do. This motherfucker said, fuck it. I'm gonna get some grants, rob some people. I'm going to fucking Harvard Law. And I respect that shit. Did you hear that girl actually went to 5 colleges in 6 years or some shit like that? She got as many colleges as she got babies. I'm like, whoa. I'm just saying, after a while you just gotta say, you know what, this shit ain't working out. Was you like the college slut at every school? Idaho State? I'm sorry, sometimes you just gotta qualify a little bit to be like vice president, especially when the dude is old as dust ass, you know? And I love old people too. I got grandmamas and granddaddies, but them motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they be talking about. And I was telling my woman earlier, I was like, you know, I'm really impressed on how well McCain can talk. And I'm serious, because sometimes I forget what the fuck I'm doing at 34. This motherfucker 73, been beaten down. Every time he raises his arm, people like Hitler. Yes, yes, stand up, stand up. And I watched that Republican shit just to figure out what the fuck they were saying. You gotta watch that shit. Because they was making fun of community organizers. I guess what? You know what? I guess I community organized today. Fuck them. God damn it, that's why you guys are here. Community organizers, alright? Making that shit sound ghetto like that's a slang word for crack dealer. And I'll say something else about my man Barack. He is definitely one of the few people you can honestly say is an open book. The man wrote a book and admitted he used cocaine. I would not admit to the court I smoked a joint in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. This brother got up there and said, hey, I use coke, I'm still gonna be president, fuck y'all. That's some gangster shit to me, okay? They keep talking about Barack ain't black enough. You know what? I'm gonna break down the chronology of how I fell in love with Barack. I got a man crush on Barack. That's a bad brother right there. Yeah. I was watching them debates last year, and we all knew Hillary was gonna win, right? We knew she was supposed to win. It's like when Jordan's in the playoffs. Like, come on, dog, you can try your best, but Karl Malone, you're gonna lose. Y'all sound good. Joe Biden, come on, you give a good speech, but you only got 50 votes. And this motherfucker won Iowa. And the first thing I said, and excuse my French, y'all, was they voted for the nigga in Iowa. What the fuck? I called up my uncles, cousins, and shit. I went to my daddy's grave and said, Daddy, it might be a nigga president. What the fuck? This was last year, earlier this year actually. Then he came back, you know, and got his ass whipped in, you know, it's like New Hampshire, one of those cities. And I was like, okay, well, shit happens. You got lucky. Then he won again in South Carolina, and then Bill Clinton said, well, Jesse Jackson won in South Carolina. He might as well have said, well, you know niggas gonna support each other. What the fuck, man? That's like all black folks love chicken. Me too. He went there. That's where he fucked up. He pissed us off. We all black people love Bill Clinton, okay? Because Bill Clinton loved fat white women. That's half the battle. You don't see hot white women banging brothers and shit unless it's in porn movies and shit. And when that shit is over, they fucking say, cut, get the fuck off me, Negro. That shit does not happen. Look through the mall. It's always them chunky girls. I'm not even chunky, I like thick. It's those big girls that be dating their brothers lately. OJ fucked it up for all black men and shit. So we fell in love with Bill. We like, okay, Bill had our back. Because when Bill Clinton was in office, we wasn't paying, our bills were cheap. I used to live in this apartment when I was real, like 10 years ago, when I was 24 years old. A 1-bedroom in Arleta for $400. 2001, I wanted to rent that same fucking apartment. It was $950. What the fuck changed? Not a damn thing except George fucking Bush. So then after, you know, South Carolina happened and Super Tuesday came along, I'm gonna educate some of you motherfuckers that don't watch CNN and shit. I said to myself, the nigga keep winning. It was like you at the track and you got like a lucky 6 and you keep hitting the horse. I'm like, damn, he hit again. Wisconsin voted for Barack. What the fuck's going on? And because I realized, because he, you know, I know that, but I respect the man for another reason. He hold a lot of shit in. When somebody talk about your wife and be calling her ghetto and shit and you uppity, they got a right to be uppity. Let me tell you, those are educated motherfuckers. I'd be uppity too if I was in Princeton, Harvard, Columbia Law is my junior school. I'm uppity as a motherfucker. I'm uppity and I didn't go to college. Fuck that. You got a right to be uppity. I don't want no insecure president. You better be cocky as a motherfucker. I will blow your shit up, bitch. I'm smarter than you, better than you, and damn, by the way, I look good. What's happening? Wow, I got the applause break shit. I gotta keep drinking this shit. How many of y'all voting for Barack tonight? How many of y'all voting for McCain? You keep real. I'm a snitcher myself. 2000, I was for McCain. He was a different McCain though. He was. He didn't want to win. He had a cause like Ralph Nader or some bullshit. Then McCain looked at his calendar and said, what the fuck? I'm 72 fucking years old. I'm trying to win this shit. And I'm up against a black dude. If I can't win this, what kind of white man am I and shit? If I can't beat the brother, there's some shit going on. But back in 2000, I went to go see him. He quit out here in LA actually at the Pacific Design Center. And he was like all with his morals and all that bullshit. Now this motherfucker's like a puppet and shit. I feel like George Bush got his fist up his ass and telling him what to say. He's saying whatever the fuck he got to say to win and shit. And I'm telling you, I wanted to jump through my TV when I heard that bullshit about Barack wants to teach your kids about fucking at 5 and shit. I got a 6-year-old. And you know what? They already know about fucking at 6. If they got parents, they know. What's that sound mama making? Don't worry about it. But they don't need no education on that shit. I'm like, okay, that's just some dirty shit. Okay? At least beat the man honestly. And I'm like, you know what? I think Bill Clinton put the check down on Barack yesterday. They had this little lunch. No cameras or nothing. I think Bill Clinton said, you know what? I don't like your ass. But if you lose, I'm going to kick your ass. Because Bill Clinton is smooth. Bill Clinton is like the smoothest politician since like JFK and shit. Handsome as fuck, working in the Oval Office, getting head. Presidential dick and shit. Come on now, ladies, don't front. Y'all done sucked the fucking janitor dick once or twice. You know, and it's like, I don't blame that girl. I used to go to a club on Sunset Boulevard. Monica Lewinsky used to go there. I couldn't stop looking at her mouth. Because it's special. It's like, you know what? Maybe Hillary should have handled her business. Okay, that's why he was so pissed off. Because I think deep down, Bill wanted that bitch to lose. He's like, no. I'm going to say some ignorant shit. He ain't stupid. Jesse Jackson, when he knew what was fucking going to happen, he lost a black vote overnight. How you doing? You kind of cute. I'm sorry. I'm attracted to women like with like real ass. Because there's a lot of plastic going on, like that Palin chick and shit. I watched that interview she had last night with Charlie Gibson, and she didn't know what, I don't know what the fuck the Bush doctrine is. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. But I ain't trying to be vice president. Alright, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck that you can throw a rocket fucking some island of Russia. Fuck you, bitch. Can you fucking tell me what the fuck a president looks like? That woman is like the dinkiest, like, you know, they talk about Barack being an empty suit. That woman is an empty skirt, except for one thing. She has had 5 kids, so it ain't that empty. And I ain't got nothing against having kids. I got plenty of them. I got 3 kids. 2 like me, 1 can't stand my ass, but she's a teenager. But this woman is pimping her 17-year-old, and I feel bad for the boy that knocked her up. He was just trying to get some. He was just being a guy. Now he's standing up talking about he gotta marry this bitch. They got a shotgun at him. He got a Secret Service like, you better marry her ass, punk. That's what they told him. You got to marry this bitch, right? And he's like, look, I was just trying to get laid, man. I'm bragging to my high school homies. I'm fucking the governor's daughter. And this bitch got pregnant. Shit. Pro-life my ass. I'm sorry, ladies. I ain't gonna ask y'all. You ain't gonna put your business out there. But I guarantee you, there's somebody in this room that had an abortion. That would not happen if you had that motherfucking in office. You won't be able to do that shit. I would have 22 kids waiting for abortions, okay? Because black men don't use condoms, and white women like to fucking feel the real shit, don't like that shit either, okay? So we have to work that kind of thing out, and sometimes shit happens, okay? Even when you're 30-something years old, you say, oops, I did it again, and sometimes you need to do that shit. This bitch is like Ted, her first daughter was raped. Fuck it, I would choose life. Fuck that, okay? When she get raped by some dude, I'm sorry, I was gonna go Down Central, but you know what? I don't understand why you're having kids at 44 fucking years old. I'm 34, I'm tired of the motherfuckers I got. Why are you having kids in your 40s? I'm trying to go to Disney World, go to Tijuana, get me a little Tijuana hoe, all that good shit you do when you got money in retirement. I do not want a fucking infant at 44 years old. I want to get drunk. I want to flirt with her. I want to go over there and sit next to him and have a drink and flirt with his girl doing burlesque. I want to have a good time. That's my prime. I want to be like Steve Harvey and fucking Bill Clinton, get hit behind the desk and shit. I do not want kids. How many of y'all want kids in your 40s? Say yeah, yeah. Well, I guarantee you one thing, you vote for that goddamn group, you will be fucked up in this mess. That's my time on this show. I want to thank y'all for coming through. We got people registering to vote. I'm trying to get faded like the rest of y'all. Have a good one, y'all.
Once again, Big Mike, let him hear